Hi everyone, can you believe we're into September already? More confusing news this week around travel, with some of the UK putting quarantine measures in place for Greece and Portugal, but in England at the moment you can still travel there without having to quarantine on your return. Another example of why, if you are looking to book a holiday at the moment, please pop and see a travel professional, because you really do need to make sure that you've got the most up-to-date advice on where you can and can't go and what restrictions are in place when you are there and when you get home. This week I wanted to share with you a video from one of our supply partners, Riviera Travel. They've recently restarted tours to Italy, and they're also looking to restart river cruising at the end of this month. So really positive news for all. Paul Mellon from Riviera Travel is going to talk you through how they are being impacted at the moment and what they're looking to do to restart their holidays in the coming weeks and months. So over to Paul. Thank you.
Hello, Paul Mellon here from Riviera Travel with an update. End of August, we were delighted to take our first 2 customer trips back out to Italy. It's the first time we've had customers travelling since March, so we've been really pleased to get people out and about again. We had 2 groups. One went to Lake Como, and we've got one group that went to Lake Garda, Venice and Verona. The initial feedback we've had from the customers who've travelled said that they've been really pleased to be travelling again, and they've also felt really safe, not only feeling safe with as far as Italy's concerned, but also felt safe for the fact that going with a company like Riviera Travel, with our tour managers in place, with their local expertise, that they've always felt safe from when they've left the airport to when they've actually started travelling around Italy. At the beginning of August, I was lucky enough to go on a shortened version of our Lake Como, San Moritz and Bernina Express with a group from our office. We had a mixture of people on our group, such as some senior management, we had operations, we had health and safety. And the plan of this trip was really just to see how all the new procedures that have been implemented for travelling, how that really works while you do a fully escorted tour. I have to say everything went really well, everything went to plan. Of course, there's big changes now from what you're used to. You've probably seen videos and you've probably seen people who have actually flown already. Masks have to be worn at all times through the airport and on the flight, except for when things like you're eating or drinking. To be honest, you soon get used to it, as I think we all have had over in the UK. When we arrived in Italy, our tour manager met us at the airport. We have our temperature taken when we board the coach in the morning, and in fact we had the temperature taken every morning on the coach. The coach, we have separated the seating so we can adhere to social distancing. We're taking smaller groups than normal. The coach itself is always deep cleaned every night, so even if you have the same coach for the whole week, the coach driver will clean the coach. There's hand sanitizer on board. They even put disinfectant through the air conditioning every day as well to make sure that the coach is clean. At hotels, once again, your temperature is taken on arrival. When you're walking around the hotel, they do ask you to wear your mask, but when you're in restaurants and bars, and even like around the pool, then of course you can sit there without your mask on, and of course in your own room, there's no need to wear a mask there. When we travelled around, we were lucky to visit a few other hotels, and once again they made sure our temperature was taken and all the regular checks. And also when you go to public areas such as like museums, they generally had temperature taken on arrival. One thing that I found was a little bit different, and if I'm really honest, it was actually probably a positive, was there were much smaller groups. There's obviously less people travelling, but they're actually restricting the numbers of people who go around the museums and in certain rooms. I'm sure we've all been to museums in the past, and you find the perfect photo you want to take, but you have to wait for a group of 20 to get out of the way before you can start taking that photo. In some of the rooms we were going around in some of the museums, there were only perhaps 2 or 3 people allowed at any one time, so you can really make the most of visiting these areas. In restaurants and bars, all the staff had masks on. What generally happened is if they'd ask you to wear your mask to get to your table, and then once you're at the table, once again you could take it off and enjoy your delicious Italian food and wine. Even travelling on other parts of public transport, so whether it's on a boat or on a train, once again they do ask you to wear a mask, but that's exactly the same as what you would have if you were travelling over here in the UK. We plan to have another 8 tours going out to Italy at the end of September, and also we're pleased to announce that due to the recent change of advice of FCO for Portugal. We're going to start cruising on the Douro River again. The Douro's always been a popular cruise with Riviera customers. We've got 2 modern ships out there in Portugal, and what we're also finding with a lot of customers who not only want to do their river cruise, but we're also having a lot of ocean cruise people interested in travelling. A lot of the ocean cruise companies have delayed their departures to end of October, some even to the end of the year. So a lot of ocean cruise customers deciding, well, if we're not going to get our ocean cruise, maybe this is the perfect time to try a river cruise, and why not go for someone like Riviera Travel. So we're really pleased to be back. Our customers are pleased that we're travelling, and like I said, we're going to start having these first few tours going out to Italy at the end of September, and then we're also going to be cruising at the end of September from Douro. So hopefully we'll see you either on board one of our ships or on one of our tours very soon. Take care. Bye.